Emily Dickinson, a name synonymous with enigmatic poetry and a reclusive life, continues to captivate readers over a century after her death. Her work, characterized by its brevity and depth, has left an indelible mark on American literature. Born in 1830 in Amherst, Massachusetts, she lived a life far removed from the public eye, choosing instead the confines of her family home and the company of her thoughts. Amherst, a small town in New England, provided the backdrop for her introspective journey. The Dickinson family home, known as the Homestead, became her sanctuary, a place where she could explore the depths of her imagination without interruption. This self-imposed isolation became a defining characteristic of Dickinson's life, and it profoundly shaped the poetry that would secure her place as one of America's most beloved poets. Her reclusiveness was not merely a lifestyle choice, but a necessity for her creative process. In the quiet of her room, she penned verses that delved into themes of existence, mortality, and the human condition. Dickinson's poems, many of which were discovered and published posthumously, offer a glimpse into the complex inner world of a woman who found solace and inspiration in solitude. Her writing, often marked by unconventional punctuation and capitalization, broke the norms of her time, reflecting her unique perspective on life and death. The discovery of her manuscripts revealed a treasure trove of literary brilliance that had been hidden away, waiting to be unearthed. Her words resonate with readers even today, transcending time and place to speak to the universal human experiences of love, loss, nature, and the search for meaning in a world that often feels chaotic and incomprehensible. Dickinson's ability to capture the essence of these emotions in just a few lines is a testament to her genius. Her poetry invites readers to pause and reflect, to find beauty in the mundane, and to seek understanding in the midst of confusion. Through her unique voice and unconventional style, Emily Dickinson gave voice to the unspoken thoughts and emotions that many feel but struggle to articulate. Her legacy endures, not only in the pages of her poetry, but in the hearts of those who find comfort and inspiration in her words. As we continue to explore her work, we uncover new layers of meaning, reminding us that the solitary nightingale of Amherst still sings, her song echoing through the corridors of time. To understand the woman behind the poetry, it's essential to delve into Emily Dickinson's upbringing in the quiet town of Amherst. Born into a prominent family, Dickinson enjoyed a comfortable upbringing, receiving a good education, and experiencing a relatively carefree childhood. Her family home, known as the Homestead, provided a stable and nurturing environment, and it was within its walls that Dickinson's love for language and literature began to flourish. Despite her privileged background, Dickinson was a keen observer of the social constraints placed upon women in 19th century America. She chafed against the expectations of marriage and domesticity that were prevalent during her time, choosing instead to forge her own path, one defined by intellectual pursuits and creative expression. As she grew older, Dickinson's social withdrawal became more pronounced, and she gradually retreated from the outside world, finding solace in the company of her family and the sanctuary of her writing desk. While the reasons behind Dickinson's reclusive lifestyle remain a subject of much speculation, many have pondered over the influences that led her to choose such a path. Was it a profound sense of introspection, a reaction to personal loss, or perhaps a desire to escape the rigid societal norms of her time? It's clear that her decision to withdraw from society was a deliberate one. This choice allowed her to focus intensely on her writing, free from the distractions and expectations of the outside world. Her home became a fortress of solitude, a place where she could nurture her creativity and delve deep into her inner world. Within the confines of her home, she created a world of her own, a world where she was free to explore her thoughts and emotions without the constraints of societal expectations. Her writing desk, adorned with quills and paper, became the epicenter of her creative universe. Here, she penned some of the most profound and introspective poetry of her time. Her room became her sanctuary, a place where she could give free rein to her imagination and translate her innermost thoughts onto paper. The quietude of her surroundings provided the perfect backdrop for her to reflect on the complexities of life, love, and existence. It was in this intimate space that she found the freedom to express herself fully and authentically. Dickinson's seclusion allowed her to cultivate a deep connection with nature, which became a recurring theme in her poetry. The garden outside her window was not just a physical space, but a source of endless inspiration. She observed the changing seasons, the blooming of flowers, and the intricate dance of life that unfolded before her eyes. She found solace in the changing seasons, the beauty of flowers, and the cycles of growth and decay. Each season brought with it a new palette of colors, scents, and sounds, all of which found their way into her verses. The garden was a living, breathing entity that mirrored her own emotional landscape, and the songs of birds, with their melodious tunes, provided a soundtrack to her solitary life. The birds, with their freedom to soar and sing, became symbols of the unrestrained expression she sought in her poetry. Their presence in her garden was a constant reminder of the beauty and complexity of the natural world. Her garden, which she tended with care, became a source of inspiration and a metaphor for the growth and renewal she experienced through her writing. Each plant she nurtured, each flower that bloomed, was a testament to her own journey of self-discovery and creative blossoming. The act of gardening itself was a meditative practice that allowed her to connect with the rhythms of nature. In her poems, nature is not merely a picturesque backdrop, but a powerful force that mirrors the complexities of human emotion. The interplay between the external world and her internal experiences is evident in her work, where the natural elements often serve as metaphors for her deepest feelings and thoughts. Through her poetry, Dickinson invites us to see the world through her eyes, to find beauty in the mundane, and to recognize the profound connections between nature and the human spirit. Section 4. A Style Like No Other, Dashes and Capitalization. Emily Dickinson's poetry is instantly recognizable for its unconventional style, characterized by her distinctive use of dashes and capitalization. Her poems often eschew traditional grammatical rules, employing dashes to create pauses, emphasize certain words, or suggest a sudden shift in thought. This idiosyncratic use of punctuation, far from being random, adds a layer of complexity to her work, forcing the reader to slow down and engage with the text on a deeper level. Similarly, Dickinson's unconventional capitalization of nouns adds a sense of weight and significance to her words. By elevating seemingly ordinary words to the status of proper nouns, she imbues them with a sense of mystery and invites the reader to consider their multiple layers of meaning. This deliberate departure from standard grammatical norms reflects Dickinson's desire to break free from convention and create a poetic language that was entirely her own. Section 5. Themes of Life and Death, Dickinson's Preoccupation. Death, a topic often shrouded in silence and discomfort, became a central theme in Emily Dickinson's poetry. Her works delve into the depths of human existence, exploring the inevitable end that awaits us all. Her fascination with mortality stemmed not from a morbid curiosity, but from a profound desire to understand the mysteries of life and the afterlife. Dickinson's introspective nature led her to ponder the transient nature of human existence and the eternal questions that have puzzled humanity for centuries. In her poems, death is not an end but a transition, a liminal space between the known and the unknown, a concept she explores with a mix of fear, curiosity, and even a touch of dark humor. This perspective allows her to present death not as a finality, but as a passage to another realm, a journey that each soul must undertake. Dickinson's poems about death are often infused with vivid imagery and unconventional metaphors. She uses symbols like wilting flowers and hourglasses to represent the passage of time and the inevitability of death, creating a rich tapestry of visual and emotional resonance. She personifies death as a courteous gentleman caller, a carriage driver, who arrives to take the speaker on a final journey. This personification adds a layer of familiarity and civility to the concept of death, making it less frightening and more approachable. Or a fly buzzing around a deathbed. This seemingly mundane detail becomes a powerful symbol in her poetry, representing the thin veil between life and death, and the small, often overlooked moments that define our existence. This unconventional approach to a somber subject allows Dickinson to confront the reality of death while simultaneously exploring its philosophical and spiritual implications. Her poetry invites readers to engage with these themes on a deeper level, encouraging them to reflect on their own beliefs and fears about mortality. Her poems invite readers to contemplate their own mortality and to find meaning in the face of life's inevitable end. Through her exploration of death, Dickinson offers a unique perspective that challenges conventional views and inspires a more profound understanding of the human condition. Dickinson's preoccupation with death is not merely a fixation, but a lens through which she examines the broader themes of existence, purpose, and the afterlife. Her work serves as a reminder that death, while inevitable, is also a part of the natural cycle of life. By embracing the concept of death, Dickinson encourages us to live more fully, to appreciate the fleeting moments, and to seek out the beauty in the ephemeral. Her poetry is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring quest for meaning in the face of the unknown. In the end, Dickinson's exploration of life and death is a journey of discovery, one that invites us to look beyond the surface and find the deeper truths that lie within. Her legacy continues to inspire and challenge us, reminding us that even in the face of death, there is always something more to be discovered.